I needed to hear this message today, and I got it at church. I'm blessed and grateful because I am not there yet in so many ways. On the small scale, the video I've got to show will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am not there yet in the move. I'm still in the RV and I'm still trying to get everything set up at Cousin Carol's, and I am still struggling and not remembering to be positive in the midst of the negative and the confusing and the frustrating and the discouraging. And so, without belaboring that too much, still pressing on and looking forward to seeing what this new year is going to be, especially once this whirlwind and seeming quagmire of getting the move done. What a combination, huh? Is when that's resolved, or at least resolved as it can be for a while, what's this year going to be? I hope that your year is very blessed. I hope you find lots of things to be grateful for, and I need to do the same. Thanks for watching. I'm curious. You think they put enough nails in these boards? These were add-ons for a makeshift pallet, and wow, I need this lumber, but I don't need these nails. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with me knocking them out either. I'll do it, and then we'll get back to some building stuff. It doesn't get much less interesting, uh, impressive, or whatever than this. But this is my situation. I've had to rent another storage space just down the hall from the other one. I may have to consolidate them all into one big one at some point. I don't know. But I've got to use some of this upper space. So I'm bringing in some pallets that I have cut. And I guess the one thing that's kind of interesting is that this was not cut to measure. This pallet is one of them that I cut, I don't know, over a year ago to make it's what's left of what I made as the tool cart inside the truck. And so I've got more than one of them. I think I have even a couple more. It just so happens that is exactly the spread. I thought, oh, it's just about 22 inches. That's not, it's 24 inches. Oh, 24 inches on center is what they put in here. It slid in perfectly. So it does have a baseboard though. You can kind of see there. Excuse me. So I have cut a board, but I forgot to get the extra 1.75 inches for the other brace to try and get it leveled up so that I can put boards across and make a shelf that I can store stuff under and store stuff on top of. 60 inches. Now, that's 5 feet across. This is exactly 5 feet across, but I have to lose something here for the studs. So I don't know if I'm actually going to try and notch something out at the exact right place, or if I'm going to cut stuff to size. I'm not sure yet. I would really like to use these pallets that I have and maybe possibly do the minimal amount of fixing up and shaping. So I'm not sure yet, but boy, I've got a lot of stuff I need to get into storage in order to get out of the RV. It's turned out to be, using these bare tin walls as a metaphor, it has been quite an ordeal starting to think about not just moving out of the RV or clearing out the RV, but actually cleaning it out to sell it or trade it. And wow, that is, yeah, I'm just honest. I try to be honest all the time, but I try to be upbeat too. I am just straight up struggling, and it's hard to think about this as what turning out to be a major change of life. That isn't necessarily bad, but man, it is a lot of work and a lot of unknown. And so anyway, anybody that feels like prayer is something that is important to them, they're always appreciated. I need to get through this, and I'm trying to do my best. Doesn't seem like I'm doing very well sometimes. So hopefully it won't be long until this room is basically filled up and the RV is pretty much empty, and I can try to do some exterior cleanup and see about see what I can do with it. If it's some kind of an asset that I can turn around into something else, that's what we're going to see. And Lord willing, in the meantime, uh, the rest of the work gets done. I'm not sure how much of a perfectionist I need to be in this, but I went ahead and cut another board. Going to run it along the bottom as though it were a base plate, like the one over here. Nice snug fit here. And going to put a back plate here. And I've got 4 60-inch boards that will run across the top initially. Well, it's not any less ugly than it was a few minutes ago, but I think it's going to fit into place right. Okay, there's the sides. And there is the shelf that, because it is a snug fit in the studs on this side, I can put this in here without actually putting any screws or anything into the property itself, affecting rental or, damages or whatever. So I have not screwed the top shelf bars down yet. That they're not screwed down, and I'm going to have to think about how to do this cross piece to get it in place too. I'm not sure right now, but now I can store some things underneath, and I can store some things up top and not have a bunch of wasted upper space. Hopefully that is the goal. Well, as I've said, this thanks for watching. If you've decided to watch this far, you're a champ. Please put champ in the comments and you will be described as a champ in glowing, no uncertain terms, because this is just me trying to document what I'm actually doing. I wish I was working on a tabletop or something like that, and I just have to work on this stuff that I'm getting moved right now. So thanks, and I look forward to seeing how this turns out. I want to try and get this filled up this weekend so that I can finish the move out with the RV. And please let me know what you think as we go along. Thanks again. If it wasn't free lumber, it probably wouldn't be worth it. But this is all scrappy stuff, and some of it really scrappy. And I apologize for the bad lighting, but here it is. And it's pretty solid, I think. It's kind of weird though. I spaced with a 2x4. I spaced with a 2x4 and thought, okay, yeah, it'll be a little closer up front. And spaced 2x4 here, and it's off. So maybe this other side is wider than the other one, but it doesn't really matter. These are just some boards to make a shelf so that I can put some more stuff in here and hopefully also get to it more easily. Like if I put a bunch of storage bins, then at least I don't have to pull down 4 to get to the bottom one or something. But there is the situation. The load in has begun, and I've got some more tubs, and it's either going to be sticking out or I'm going to go side to side. I'm not positive which yet. I've got to use this space the best I possibly can. I am seriously stressed out. I am grateful for my friend Heidi, who is helping me out, and we're trying to be careful in this slushy crud outside, and this kind of works, at least to use the space well. So we're going to keep going. I've got a bunch more I want to try and get in here. So either I'm just not good at this, or it just takes longer than I hoped that it would, and maybe some of both. But after starting to fill up that new storage space, was really encouraged. I really appreciate Heidi helping me out. It was at least as much moral support and encouragement as it was the physical process of moving things, and that is a huge help to me. Decided that these tubs might make a difference, so I went ahead and got 6 more, and as it happens, it was the last 6 of these tubs in that whole Rural King. And doggone it, the poor guy that was next to me had just come up starting to look for him when I had grabbed the last few. They had a run on him, I guess. So anyway, that 5x15 storage space that I have was really a good size for these tubs. And so I got some more, and I'm just gonna try to load them up, and I'm just gonna have to give up on trying to really get it organized. I'll have to do that later. And Lord willing, I don't know what this year is going to bring. And I'm bouncing around from being way more discouraged than I should be, and down and depressed, and then thinking, okay, well, let's just keep going. You can probably make something happen. Well, I really don't know. But I do know that I believe that the Lord's watching over me like he wants to watch over everybody and wants things to work out for him. And so I'm going to try to keep moving, try to keep doing, and try to keep trusting that at the very minimum, basic needs are met, and I have a chance to try to be a help and an encouragement to others. That's a good life too, and here's hoping. In the meantime, a lot of this stuff is packing material and also insulation material that I may end up throwing out. There's a bunch more in the front of the RV, the windshields, that may end up in storage and may just end up thrown away. I'm not sure yet, but some of these are empty boxes that I still need to fill. Some of this is building materials that I may have at Carol's, Cousin Carol's. Got a heater I'm going to take down to Mom's. Got some tools and stuff in there, some more tools and some hardware over here. The main thing right now is to finish getting these tubs filled up with stuff from the RV, moved into storage. Then I need to start setting up the bedroom at Cousin Carol's and sort out some other storage stuff. It's not exactly some super exciting way to start off the year with videos, but it is, like I've said, the situation I'm in. And so if I can try to learn and innovate and solve problems as they pop up on this and get this part taken care of, then there's some other things that are coming down the road here pretty quick, that maybe selling some property, maybe selling an old RV. If anybody's interested, let me know. And maybe trying to see about getting some lumber cut. And then I need to actually get the workshop organized. So start back to the part-time hours, early season work on Tuesday. And so this is the last weekend I've been off, paid time off, and I'm not sure I did a great job of getting things done, just honest, straight up, but going to keep going. And anybody that's coming along for the ride, always glad to know what you're thinking about what's happening here and what I could maybe be thinking about in what you've got going on. And appreciate everybody that takes time to watch. Thanks. Blessed and grateful. Still on Dead End Street, not quite to the end of it yet.